Kalou Rinpoché est né en 1990 au pied de l'Himalaya dans un monastère de Darjeeling, dans le nord-est de l'Inde. Sur le toit du monde, on croit en d'autres vies après la mort. Il avait à peine 2 ans lorsque de grands maîtres bouddhistes annoncent à ses parents que leur enfant est un Tulkou, c'est-à-dire la réincarnation d'un maître vénéré disparu depuis peu. À cet instant, il devient Rinpoché et son destin change. L'idée de la réincarnation traverse beaucoup de cultures, de croyances et de traditions dans le monde. Pour transmettre ses enseignements, le bouddhisme tibétain investit un très jeune enfant des qualités d'un maître disparu. Cet enfant sera un enfant élu.
I didn't ask for that. You know, I never wanted to be famous. It just came naturally because of my history of the previous Kalou Rinpoché. It's because of him.
Le premier Kalou Rinpoché est né au Tibet dans une famille de la région du Kham. Il était déjà adulte lorsqu'il a été ordonné moine. Après quoi, il a vécu 12 années en solitaire dans des ermitages de montagne. En 1950, la Chine envahit le Tibet. 9 ans plus tard, Kalou Rinpoché, comme des milliers de Tibétains, suit le Dalaï-Lama dans son exil en Inde. Il s'établit à Sonada, près de Darjeeling, en 1966. Son enseignement fascine les Occidentaux en quête de spiritualité. Sur les encouragements du Dalaï-Lama, il part en Europe à la rencontre de ses nouveaux disciples. Dépositaire d'une chaîne de savoir ininterrompue au cours des siècles, son héritage spirituel est immense. C'est sa réincarnation, le jeune Kalou Rinpoché, qui est désormais porteur de cet héritage.
Marang kita sam tsawanda bode tene tane yongsi muche lso yu tsai yudle tene ngarang pamanin cha san dewo na chi bonda wa che nanji da manda wa san desi wa tene tsawanda wa ta kon tene da wa shunso tene te ma se chi komar mo chi danga kala kansa ji ja chi mo no yo tene nganzo nyane kon tu tu zo yere.
Avant de quitter ce monde, le précédent Kalou Rinpoché avait décrit les signes qui permettraient de reconnaître l'enfant en qui il se réincarnerait. Le grand maître, Kalou Rinpoché, a interprété ces signes. Il a étudié le comportement de l'enfant et il a officialisé sa reconnaissance lors d'une cérémonie au monastère de Sonada en 1992.
And we lost our first Kalou Rinpoché, but now he come back as second Kalou Rinpoché. And now we all can see him there in a absolute peace.
Le Dalaï-Lama a honoré la cérémonie de sa présence. Il marquait ainsi l'importance de la succession d'un maître dont l'influence n'avait cessé de grandir. C'est lui qui a coupé la dernière mèche de cheveux qui reliait l'enfant au monde laïque. En coupant cette mèche symbolique, il l'a fait entrer dans la communauté des disciples.
Previous Kalou Rinpoché, he said that, and right now I'm an old man, but when I come back, I will have a personality of the tiger, wrathful and strong.
L'éducation spirituelle et monastique du jeune Tulkou commence. Il va suivre le Dharma, l'enseignement du Bouddha. C'est désormais sur ses épaules d'enfant que repose la lignée dont il est l'incarnation.
With respect to the previous Kalou Rinpoché, I had a doubt to myself that, am I really Kalou Rinpoché? Because when I look at his story and his legacy, it's not like 1,000 years ago. He just passed away in 1989 and I was born in 1990. It's just 1 year gap. But when I look at him, he's so inspiring to so many people and so many teachers of this generation. And when I look at that, I just feel like really, really bad, because I'm nothing like him. And I ask myself many, many times, and am I really him? And then what am I capable of?
Être disciple de Kalou Rinpoché, c'est une grande chance, parce que c'était un grand maître, un exemple d'un Bouddha lui-même. Il s'est réincarné dans un corps d'enfant et donc sa renaissance nous fait vraiment plaisir. Même de le voir maintenant alors qu'il n'a que 2 ans, c'est vraiment merveilleux.
Hermes, for me, is like, she's my family since I was born. And she always been there in Sonata, Salugara, and she always been there that, you know, the charming sister, you know, and they've always been there and smiling. Because like sometimes you get so fed up when you see so many guys and you're a boy, you know, and then you see so many guys around you. And sometimes when you just see Hermes, it just makes you feel so happy, you know, since I was a little kid. You know, most of the time, whenever she's free and she comes and plays with me, you know, in town, in a private garden, even in the monastery.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Comment vous appelez-vous? Je m'appelle Hermès. Je m'appelle Rinpoché.
Hermes is very special to me and always has been and always will be. And that's what she is, you know, as a part of a family. When I was a very young boy, everybody is like being nice to me and everything. Everybody is saying in my country, you're a very important person. Yeah, you are Kalou Rinpoché, and you have so much responsibility, and you have to do so much work. And I was like, why are they telling me all the same thing? You know, whenever I meet this person or that person, everybody says the same. And I didn't understand, you know, who I really was. I just didn't understand, because I didn't tell myself, yes, I'm Kalou Rinpoché, you know, I'm Kalou Rinpoché, I'm different, I'm unique, I'm special. I didn't tell myself that. People are forcing me to think that way and encouraging me to think like that. What is so unique about me? You know, what is so different about me? What is so special about me? There's nothing special. I have to eat breakfast, I have to eat lunch, I have to eat dinner. I go through depression. And sometimes I get sick, sometimes I need break, and sometimes I need love. Actually, I was born and raised in the monastery my whole life because my place of birth is very nearby, and then where my parents lived is just neighbor of the monastery. So even though I don't tell myself, oh, this is my time going to the monastery to study. Actually, I was born and raised in the monastery my whole life. Even though I was not a monk, I was always brought up in that traditional way of thinking, and then of course my daily life was practice in the morning, practice in the evening, and that was my daily routine.
Le précédent Kalou Rinpoché a réussi la mission dont il était investi. Lorsqu'il s'est éteint, il avait créé plus de 70 centres et monastères à travers le monde. En France, il a fondé Darjeeling, l'un des premiers centres de retraite tibétains. Il se trouve dans le Morvan. C'est l'un des plus importants d'Europe. Le jeune Tulkou assume désormais la charge de tous ces lieux de méditation. À l'âge de 4 ans, sa famille l'emmène en tournée de présentation officielle.
People, they say, I remember this, I remember that, I acted the same thing as the previous Kalou Rinpoché. There's so many stories like that.
Quand il y a des rituels ou des personnes qui viennent le rencontrer, il faut qu'il soit sérieux. C'est sa vie qui commence comme ça et donc ses parents et son entourage est assez strict avec ça. Donc c'est vraiment l'éducation d'un Tulkou et c'est normal. Et ce qui est bien, c'est qu'il a aussi un moment de libre pour jouer quand il veut et ses parents le laissent assez libre.
I have that feeling of being so close to the memory because when I went to Disneyland, my father was there, my mother was there, and I have all this kind of a great memory, and especially that happened in France. And so whenever I'm in here, it just brings me all the memories, so that's why I like to go there.
Yazdım Yazdım. O şemoci şurada. Bu şemoci şurada.
MS. La. Okay,
so test chila
Okay, I'll see you later then.
so bye.
Bye.
Tirana Jala, March guitarisum la payare. End of March, dene France la Tsupegra. Digijela dene Normandie, Vajra Darjeeling. Dene April la Belgium. Then Keguzong, Paris. Then again, Belgium, Yenteling. Sweden, Denmark. December, America for 2 months. So it means we have 1 year schedule.
Yeah.
More than enough.
Most of the time when I work with Hermes, we always talk about this year, next year. We don't talk by month, we talk by year. And it's very depressing because at the end, we all live for 100 years, and then what? I don't want to live my life pre-planning everything. And life organized by people is always the terrible. My life is like a cinema, when there's a film trailer and then there's a movie. And then right after you watch, there's another movie, unfinished, every time continuing. And it's terrible. You just don't have the time for yourself. This year is not even finished, but the plan for next year is already planned. To make myself free, I don't travel around with the 5, 6 attendant and all the monks, manager and secretary, nothing like that. Sometimes I travel alone. I feel really good about it. No one else but myself. In my childhood, I had more feeling about home. This is my home. This is where I am. This is where my parents are. But after a while, when you travel a lot, then you don't feel like a home. You're in home anywhere you go. So, for me, it's difficult to say where my home is. I was in the car with my father, and we are on the way to another monastery. So, and then he told me that Rinpoché, you need to grow up. I was just 7 or 8 years old. You need to grow up. You have so many responsibilities. Usually he doesn't say so many things. He say, oh yeah, go and play, enjoy yourself. You don't have to study if you don't want to. Go have fun. And then that day he said, I did all the preparation for you if ever anything happened to me. And then after a while in the car, he said, I'm feeling, a little bit sick, and if you can kindly bless me. And half an hour later, my mother, she noticed that my father is not breathing, and then I told my father. I turned back at him and I said, "Oh, father, wake up, don't do this to me, please, Dad, wake up right now, please. This is not a joke. This is not funny. Wake up." And that was the first time seeing the death, seeing the death in the front of your eyes, and when you're like 7 years old. seeing your own father dying in front of your eyes, it was one of the worst emotional state. My mother was like crying very loud. And then she said, Rinpoché, what to do? Rinpoché, what to do now? Your father is dead. Tell me something, Rinpoché. Tell me something. And I was 7 years old, and I said, well, mother, at one point, either you are young or old, you need to face death. And that's the truth of life. You can never tell that when will the death come to you. Everything is impermanent, and you need to accept that to overcome your suffering.
When we cry, he said, why you cry? No reason to cry. No one can stay without dying. So he advised me not to cry too much. He said, useless. He said, my father passed away. We should do offering. We should do butter lamp. Like this, he used to tell us. He was only 8 years, so he just offered his respect to his father and lamas. So he understood.
When my father passed away, just to study, I have to separate from my own family. And that was really difficult for me. I was missing my mother every day. I know the feeling to have a father. I know the feeling of having a mother next to you every day, sleeping with your father, sleeping with your mother. And then all of a sudden, no family. Why? Because it's a distraction. Why is it a distraction? And then I can't even lay down. I can't even put my head next to my mother. When she sits down and I want to lay down my head on her leg, and then my attendant comes, no, the negative obstacle and things like that. You shouldn't touch a woman or things like that. Or, be with the mother. It's a distraction. And it was terrible. It was not a really beautiful moment. I really don't understand this. Family is not a negative. There are the people who can protect you. Sometimes the only people who will protect you. The worst part is, it just makes you a robot, less emotional. You're becoming something that you don't know. You're not an ordinary being, of course not. You are not, family boy. You're not with your family. And then what are you becoming? You just become this person that, that everybody has to respect you, and you have to go through a different obligation. That was a period I was really, really confused and asking lots of questions. And it was really difficult time. There was a very few number of people who actually, say, are you okay? Everything okay? Everything is okay? It was really difficult. Separation from my family. Yeah, it was. It was like a nightmare for 10 years. Reincarnation in Call of Duty is very fast. You just like, bam, you just reborn. Why should I believe in a reincarnation? Just to keep myself happy, yeah? So I don't want to fake my beliefs. So for me, I respect the meaning of reincarnation, but I try not to believe in reincarnation so much, because sometimes some individual, they go very extreme in belief in reincarnation. I try not to believe. It keeps me happy. One life. Everybody has a different life, life and path. But I think that certain belief should not be, taught to the children, especially Buddhist teachings or any spiritual teaching should not be taught to the children. I think all the children should have a childhood. When you brought up in such a traditional belief in Buddhism, you have this life with full of guilt, and that is not really beautiful. I mean, there's so many bright side about the Buddhism, about compassion and helping other people, which is really good. But there's also misunderstanding about the Buddhism that we live under the belief of the guilt. We just start to reject ourselves. And I think whether you are born in the West or East, you don't have to reject yourself. You don't have to destroy yourself. You just have to improve yourself with any kind of spiritual practice, whatever you have. But you have to stop feeling guilty. I had this dream when I was 13. I was telling myself, one day when I grow up, I think I'll just get married. And then my friend told my teacher, and then he beat me quite a lot, just by saying that I want to get married in my life. Why getting married is so bad? Why there's an idea of being a monk, being so pure and something more than just an ordinary human being? Ine nga di kasi nga apa tong sana nga life patching chaso tene nga apa ki plan la tene nga lo go choose de kapsula nga France la move chere nga apa da amanyam do. Re tende plan yore ine unfortunately he passed away. And then my whole life my nga personal life they very isolated chaso. Chijela Dromason, Chijigi Mishira Thomason, Kalou Rinpoché Kokoma Ishira Loma Thomason, very isolated chason, Deans and to the capsula, Lochonga Zegerinla, practice Jason, Yamlin Jason, belief, commitment, and the Mambo Jason in a some of the pair white tongue to give into the capsula, some of the pair Sani Tiring. Since I was a little, Kalou Rinpoché was there to support me, and then Sudra Rinpoché was there to support me. Since my mother was, focusing on her responsibility, she's trying to bring back her own normal life since my father died. And then my teacher, well, they're looking after me literally like a son. Kalou Rinpoché was always there to support me, not because he was telling me what to believe and what not to believe. He was basically telling me what is good in the real world, in a real life, and that what made him a teacher, not by giving all the empowerment and teachings, The simplicity of his word made him a teacher.
Bokar Rinpoché, le mentor de Kalou Rinpoché, est lui aussi décédé prématurément. Ce second deuil, proche de celui de son père, désoriente le jeune homme et le plonge dans un profond désarroi. Il choisit d'intensifier sa pratique spirituelle et à sa demande, les dignitaires décident d'avancer l'heure de son départ en retraite. Les bouddhistes tibétains considèrent qu'un Tulkou a déjà parcouru une part du chemin dans ses vies antérieures. Kalou Rinpoché est désormais en mesure de conduire sa destinée.
I'm very happy because Rinpoché has to do retreat and he has to learn Dharma, how to practice, how to meditate. He is High Lama. He has to benefit many sentient beings. There's no reason to be sad or upset because this is how the religious has to follow. So not only Rinpoché, there's many lamas going in. So all the mothers should be, I think, happy. So I'm happy. When the time comes, we have to do it.
La retraite est un enfermement volontaire. Avant de se couper du monde, le futur retraitant reçoit sa famille et ses proches.
The yellow teeth. Donc là, ça doit être la chambre de Rinpoché. C'est là en fait où il va méditer. Donc elle va dans sa caisse de méditation et là c'est l'hôtel. Rinpoché va rester ici pendant 3 ans et 9 mois, le temps de sa retraite.
What I really like about it is there's so many different qualities that we have. It's just that we don't recognize daily, you know? And then when you're in the retreat, you discover so many different qualities, you know, from your mind. And that's something really beautiful about it. It has nothing to do with the up in the heaven, pure land, or it has nothing to do with the hell. It's just, as an ordinary being, everybody can achieve that goal. If you want to understand yourself, if you want to bring some strong foundation to yourself, you really need to give a time to yourself. I think 3 years is not even a lot.
Chidangi ngaran drugan tene ta chidangi mi changma ge rewa drabola nga Kalou Rinpoché ku gongman drabochi yonagi mi changma ge rewa jabde ge yore tede nangshin ngarang ge and Documentaire and on tane chi molambe jashan bo jabde ge tene ta chi ngarang pa merila ta chikdong gubja gubju gogulo la nga pa merila lebne tene chi ngarang 강라 강sam직 다시 강툭툭 나랑 그르바 같이 여바되기 나랑 롭정 같이 제토바데 제발해
He's grown up, completely changed, not like before, young age. He's adult now. So he understands, and I'm also very happy.
after my 3 years retreat, there was a big explosion, and then everybody started coming from all around the world, and they say, oh yeah, you're Kalou Rinpoché, and now you have to take the responsibility, you're 18 years old. And then my life actually changed. I think that the person who I am right now, I think because of the problem that I faced before 2009, right after my 3 years retreat. So everything was great, a lot of expectation, a lot of movement, but at the same time, there's some people there who wants to control me for power, money, politics. At that time, I was just very traditional, but I was appointing a new Lama, new monk, as my new secretary, because this person speaks English, and he's young and he's efficient, how to talk and how to communicate with people, and less traditional, so he does everything fast. So that was my only intention. So I appointed him, and in return, this teacher of mine, he tried to kill me, he tried to kill me with a knife, and that was a really big shock. And I just couldn't believe, and that was the wake up. A certain stage in my life, I felt very insecure many years. I start to awake, and I start to shake things up, even though I made a lot of mistakes. If there was no problem like that, I wouldn't be free and happy as I am today. I want to be independent. I want to do what I want. And for me, that wasn't the case, because you have to give your life to the people. You're thinking about giving your whole life. You're thinking about giving everything you have, your experience, your time, your energy, your privacy. When you have fame and responsibility and legacy, and there's so many people trying to take advantage and trying to make rumors and gossip, which is kind of not normal for me in the beginning. It was too big for me. Siddha Rinpoché, he supported me very much. Even there was a time, I was going through a little bit of confusion in my responsibility, but he was always there, and he tells other people, yeah, you have to believe in Kalou Rinpoché. He will come back to his responsibility. Sometimes I'm just losing my hope to myself, so it's quite difficult. I'm just thinking that if someone can recognize few Kalou Rinpoché around me, it will be very good, One can take a rest, one can give teaching, one can go around, one can enjoy. When people start to see me like a god, that's where it makes me sad, and also at the same time, that's where I give a positive motivation. There's a people there who believe in me more like a god and who can see everything in the future, who can fix everything with their problems in their life. And I tell them, you can have a teacher. Last time when I was here, you prayed for me. I will do my best to help you, but you have to understand my limit too. And that's what makes me really impact me with a strong emotion, because for centuries and centuries we live in a belief of the miracle, which never existed. When you listen to His Holiness Dalaï-Lama, his teachings is that never be a blind believer, and always analyze yourself, make a judgment by yourself, based on your knowledge, based on your wisdom, then you must follow. And that is the same method given by the Lord Buddha. His Holiness Dalaï-Lama was the great example to me. Because you are very young and then you think about, okay, so what is the long-term responsibility for the person like me? As a teacher, we have to be closer to the people. And I think that is necessary instead of keeping a distance from the public. The real teacher does not come in the image of teacher. The real teacher will get involved with the people and change the society and help people much as possible without making a big image about themselves. Buddhism, at the end, has nothing to do with the God. It has everything to do with you and with your teacher who has experience. At the end, you will be not judged by your own teacher. You have a life to live freely as you want. And that's what makes you a Buddhist practitioner.
Buddhism started to attract me. And I think because of its radical nature, its revolutionary nature, of questioning everything, and very scientifically so. The radical difference between Christianity and Buddhism is that there is no creator God, obviously, in Buddhism. And I think logically, it's the only possible explanation. There is no beginning to consciousness, there's no end to consciousness. And what it does, ultimately, if you follow the argument out logically, it puts ultimate responsibility back on yourself for your life experience.
Before, my mind was very traditional, just as any other Rinpoches. Like, you believe what you read, you believe what you hear. And I was that person. I really was. I was very extreme. You know, like, oh yeah, everybody should become a monk, and you know, that's the only way to you know, to understand Buddha's nature, or that's the only way to understand the meaning of happiness. And I was not even getting close to trying myself to what's out there.
Swimming pool chung chung chido. Charongi swimming pool dangbo insare. Diyang kashido. Lego tsene.
I like it. I'm so bad.
No, we.
Yeah. Oh no. Yes. You missed. It took me a time to, you know, like to feel, yeah, I'm okay. I can do what I want. To say I don't care and then I can do what I want. For me, it took a time. And then after that, being responsible for my own privacy. And that photo looks nice.
Yeah,
It makes people feel more comfortable. You know, whenever they look, you know, you're not trying to be so religious. You're not trying to show that, oh yeah, I'm so perfect because I'm a Rinpoche or something like that. You're not. Just wearing a cap, wearing a t-shirt with the headphones. Yeah, because like, I'm not trying to show that, oh yeah, I'm Mr. Perfect, you know, look at me. You know, I have the right path and nobody has the right path. I'm not trying to tell anyone that, you know, I want them to feel comfortable, you know, and also show that, yeah, once upon a time I was very thin and good looking. Definitely for the party website. It has to be there.
Has to be there, yeah.
Kalou DJ is coming to Ibiza. Looking at my own photo from what I feel, I think it just shows that what I've gone through. You know, it's so simple as that, you know, there was some problem in my life happened, and then taking my time to recover from that. It just shows that from what I go through, from the teenager to now, it just shows me that it doesn't shows different personality. From my point of view, I am who I am, as always. Yeah. I discovered the internet world, YouTube, Facebook, only like when I was 19. Before, in Buddhism, we believe that if your devotion is there, but the Buddha is always with you. But now, everyone becoming more realistic. To believe it, you have to see it. To discover your own state of mind, you need to communicate in real life. Or either you need to communicate through internet. Making the Facebook, talking with the people actually really changed my life. Because I hear different news, different information. And what they're asking me, the question, actually is a teaching for me. Some young generation of monks and some individuals, they send me a message in the Facebook and they say, oh yeah, Rinpoche, you're so cool, you're so nice, you're like a rock star, I want to become like you. And I said, no, don't become like me, because there's so many mistakes that I made. So don't become like me, become something else, whatever you like to be.
Dude, that's dude. Konta nga chashali. Namtuling ne? Oh, chashtele. Okay. Ale, che duni? Oh, las. Chashtele. Ale, las. Las. Na kora chuk story. Las che.
I do feel free time to time, and time to time I do not feel free, and time to time I feel suffocated, because in my group there's two different people. One is the people who supports me, and then who says that whatever you need, Rinpoche, we are there for you. And there's the other group of my people who says, oh yeah, Rinpoche, you're doing good, but you still have to study. You still have to do this, you still have to do that. And if I don't do according to their plan and their wish, and I'm not Kalou Rinpoche anymore all of a sudden. People think that they can create a future. When I was in Hong Kong, some movie director, they came and they're saying, oh, Kalou Rinpoche, if you want to be a movie star or actor, I will offer the movie rule, like a love story rule, not action. I will offer you a role. And I was very happy, because I can forget about the Kalou Rinpoche's lifestyle, and be a superstar, And then when I was in Taiwan, and then some music director from the Sony company, they come and they're saying, Sony company, they really like to hear your voice and make some CD. And even the music director, they came, and I know he is a very famous singer and he is a music director. And he's saying that, if you want to do, you'll be very welcome. And I was totally very happy. I had one role in Hong Kong, one role in Taiwan. So I was very, very happy, And when I come back to India, I'm trying to think about this and this and that and this. And unfortunately, suddenly, I could not go there because I have to come over to Europe to do the Kalou Rinpoche's job. So I lost all my contract. I lost contact, I lost the connection with them, both of them, I lost both of them. So, and I think of myself, yes, Kalou Rinpoche, you think too much. You think you can create your future, but you can't. This is a modern world. This is a very hectic lifestyle. But there's still time for spiritual guidance and practice. You're not trying to bring something from outside. You're just trying to recognize your own quality and trying to improve. So many people, they still believe, oh yeah, if I believe in this, if I believe in that, I can be happy forever. You know, if I'm blessed, or if I practice this, or if I believe this. I mean, for me, whatever I go through, I don't pray. When I go through a difficult time with my depression, I never prayed a single day. I didn't pray to this God or this God to overcome my difficulties. I gave a confidence in myself, and I overcome by myself, which means anybody can, you know? So using your wisdom is the most important than believing in something else. If you have the spiritual practice, you have a more energy for your self-awareness, and then you will make a less mistake, and less mistake, less regret, more peaceful with your own life. My message to a younger generation, actually I am the young generation. We all have to be very compassionate. And through compassion, there's honesty. When there's honesty from yourself, there's a truthfulness. When there's truthfulness, there's a harmony in our society. So you have to have a big heart. Living your life, whether you have a family or not, whether you're rich or poor, to have a compassion is a basic thing that we all need to bring the peace in the world.